in your own little room, maybe just one room for starters, but on your own. So all these things are important. So it's okay, because money, whatever seems to dominate your life, that's fine. But all I know is that the what was the word you used? Uh, Not out of passion.
But out of pursuit for money.
Yeah, yeah. So, okay. So the passions, they will be created. And we know that the passions are actually created by other people, into other people. They can be incited. Their passions, they can be inflamed. And there are passions that grow, because as you proceed in the pursuit of money
Mhm.
through work or whatever, the passions for other things will show up, because you will react to things happening. And then at some stage, something that truly moves you or attracts you will lead you to a destination which you will try to reach through the pursuit of the money. So you will use the money then to go for that as well. That, oh, this also I want to investigate. So that may show up later. It not may, it definitely will. So if they want to do it for money, fine, because they cannot stay away from that inherent, result of things. That should be a passion has to show up, an enthusiasm for something has to show up, a love for something has to show up. You want to create something for the poor, the humane, like the Dalai Lama has a passion to serve the people, to
Correct.
serve the poor, the downtrodden. So this is a regular passion that every human being at some stage of his life or the other has to have. And
Correct.
there's a known fact that if you serve humanity, then that is one of the greatest deeds that you're doing. In fact, a friend of mine in Goa, his name is Patrick, he's a wonderful man, he's a healer, and he's a fully qualified doctor, but he has more abilities. So if you have a problem, he will concentrate on it for a minute, and he will sort of do some healing, etc. And he will make you feel better, apparently. But he said something very interesting. He said, I don't pray, I don't go to church, etc. But the best prayer is help somebody, help somebody who needs help. That is the greatest prayer. You don't need anything else. And I thought to myself, what a beautiful way. Of course, prayer is prayer, that's great. But helping somebody, because that means you are putting someone else before yourself. You are helping somebody else who also belongs to God, who's also there by God's permission.
Yes.
He's also God's being. So you're helping God's being. So you're serving God and
Correct.
you're in business.
Wow, beautiful. And you have nicely put forward how good deeds are above any prayers, and that is the actual prayer. If we can be one human race and work for each other and serve the world towards industrialization and civilization. So thank you so much. So I'm going to trouble you just one last time with the last question, which is, how did you discover the camera facing career for yourself? I mean, how did that happen?
It's mildly embarrassing, but I will tell you. I'm happy to tell you the truth because it's important for them to know everything, whoever they are, on the program. So what happened is that I did my history honors, and I was not very, very good with the subject. And you use history for entering other examinations for the IES, etc. And I was not really interested. So I started to work on a small restaurant, a jewelry business of my auntie, a costume jewelry business. Then I moved into the restaurant business. She had a small like place which became a barbecue drive-in that I used to manage. And then I got an offer to work behind the camera to be in charge of some aspects on Gandhi movie before the shooting started. So I
Oh,
joined them for a while, and in 1981, and I messed up a bit, so they fired me. Then the filming started. They rehired me to be a location manager a manager, to be in charge on the shooting side. So I didn't know anything about the film industry. I was a complete mess. I thought
Okay.
a movie can be made in like half an hour. You just use a movie camera and go da-da-da-da, and it's done.
Oh,
Then I found what a painstaking,
yeah.
I mean, actually, in a way, boring, because I was in charge of some of the boring aspects too. And it's a long drawn affair, and I used to get up at 4 in the morning. I mean, I
Yeah.
started at 7 in the morning, then became 6 and 5. And my mother nearly had a heart attack seeing me go to work because I was the laziest guy in the house. If she would stand me hanging around, I wouldn't go. I would wake up at 9:30, have breakfast again. And this was in my younger days when I was, 19. Oh, no, hang on. 20 or, yeah. So anyway, I had worked earlier a bit, then I would stop and I would rest. Anyway, to make long story short, I worked. I had a great time. I became huge. I ate well. I worked very hard for 4 months. And then I sort of was occasionally doing some advertisements that there was some agency doing some work. So I knew a friend and he helped me out and he took some nice photos of me, which I gave to somebody. And I got some work occasionally as a model, for jeans and clothes and or toothpaste or a travel agency or a suited booted guy for some shootings. And then much later, then I went to Mumbai, and my sister was there. My younger sister, her name is Sultana. She was there, and she was based there. So she saw me not doing very much, so she asked me to come to Bombay, hang around. I would have to pay the rent, and so I love freebies. So I said, okay, I'll come. I wasn't really interested, but I went, and there with great difficulty, I managed to drop some of my photos at some agencies and stuff. Then I got lucky with a few very interesting assignments and I looked very good. So they said it. So then I began to get more work and more. And I became quite a sort of a, reasonably hot item. And that was great. So I got spoiled because I was so used to work actually coming. There'd be a phone call. Nasir, can you meet so-and-so at the agency? I'd go on my motorbike and, talk and fix a date and blah, blah, and shoot for that one day. And with that one day's money, I was able to have the money for 4 months, which I would get 4 months working every day in an office or wherever. So I got a bit spoiled that, oh, this is fun. You have a good time. They look after you. And, they put you in an air-conditioned room. They shoot you a few times. It's an ad film of only 30 seconds. So I was like, wow, this is fun.
This is fun.
And and then I would get a check in a week or 2 weeks or a month. So that was the reason. So I got addicted to this easy way of life. And so I didn't do a lot else, But before that, I was working behind the camera on the movies. I worked on Gandhi, mostly foreign films. The Razor's Edge, Jim Corbett's film, Mountbatten, film on Mountbatten, the last Viceroy in '84. I went to Bombay in '87, finally, to do work there. And I had a great time. It was good, and I got lucky, and I was on the cover of a fair amount of magazines. I'll send you a photo of one of them.
Yeah.
I was voted. I was voted as the best looking man in Mumbai once, long time ago.
It was not that long.
91. Yeah, 91. I mean, it's a long time. It's okay. I can handle it. It's cool. It was there. It was there. It was nice. And it worked. People thought I was good. So I didn't want to disagree with them and say, no, 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 I'm not good. I mean, I'm not that man.
Yeah,
But I had a good time. It was nice. Mumbai, as they call it now, was very kind to me. And especially the advertising industry is beautiful and brilliant and very clean. The film industry is also good and it's interesting and there's a lot of good work for people. So so I did a fair amount of little work. Very few of the TV serials, which are longer work.
Yeah.
That film is one day mostly, mostly.
Okay.
But sometimes, once I did an ad film that took 5 days to make because we had about 15 locations. So we had to go from one place to the other. It's a famous. Oh, the Monte Carlo ad,
Monte
the one
Carlo.
that you
That's
talked
my
about.
favorite.
The Monte Carlo ad took 6 days to make.
Wow.
6 days. I was like, what's going on? I had no idea. I thought it'd be only one day. I didn't know anything. I just
Yeah.
used to do what I was told to do.
You were like pretty trendsetter. I see you putting, you've got your own style and inbuilt style, the way you walk and look at the camera, and then you had a quote at the back of your hand.
Yeah, right. Sorry.
Yeah. So and then
Madam, no, no. I have to tell you, they told me what to do, and I did what I was told. I'm a good boy, so I'm a
oh,
good
okay.
learner.
Well, see, if I know you any better, you're very generous, and I know you are not talking about the hard work, the mental stress you might have gone through to reach where you are today, because you would like to kind of, I think if I know you any better, you enjoy the work, you enjoy what you do, and you're passionate about what you do.
Yeah, yeah. This work is really enjoyable. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, that's okay.
Yeah, this work I enjoy because it is so beautifully easy and it's so pleasant. And all you have to do is, to give some expressions of like a headache first, and then like when the wife she gives you a pill, a crocin, and you're fine, and say, let's go for dinner, darling. And so in half a minute, so it's all over. So they call you repeatedly from your artist room, which is air conditioned, and you're flirting or having a talk with the lady whom you have to act with. So it's very nice and cool. You talk this, that, and there. You go, and all these guys are working hard. The light people on the top with the lights, and we are having a great time. We just go and do a little bit of work. 4 5 times we go for 10 minutes each, and our work is over. And then, so I love this way. I said, my God, they pay you money and they give you a good time. Or should I say, they give you a good time and they pay you good money for it.
Oh my God, that is such
Amazing.
a
So
fun way of describing.
I got addicted to it, which because of that, actually, one of the things you could say, I regret a little bit, I don't know if that is a thing you'd like to know, if I
I
have
would love to know.
any regrets.
Yes. The
Yeah, my only regret is that I could have done a lot more because I had the time and because I was doing this other work, and then I had the time because I didn't have a regular regimen of working. So I could have worked on a lot more stuff, creating it myself, shooting stuff, and so I got into a sort of a smugness about it. But I made up later because I'm now working on a lot of other projects like drinking and driving, which is a horrible thing that happens a lot and leads to a lot of accidents, and a lot of girls get hurt for no fault of theirs because the boyfriend of theirs wants to show off in the car, driving. And then about saving water, and then about our men harassing, molesting, and raping our women, which has been very, very bad. And I've got two of the sisters, so the thought is there, for the rest of the women who are like my sisters in a way, because what they have to go through at times due to the callousness and the ignorance and the arrogance of the men who are uneducated. They think they have the right to infringe and to trespass on their space and harass them. That's a very sad thing, and it happened years ago, and I have already made a film on that, which I hope to improve
I have
upon.
seen it. Yes.
And yeah, there you are. And then various other issues, a lot of other issues. There's so many issues that need to be dealt with, which unfortunately the government has not done very much about to make them aware. It's sad, especially about the ensuring the safety of the women. I think they should have a class in every school where the boys and the girls, especially the boys, are told to respect the women. The boys are taught to make money. They are taught about the climate. They are taught about the human body, how it works, the veins, the arteries, the heart, the chlorophyll, botany, zoology, general science, physics, but nothing about you and me. There is a difference, but it's not that kind of difference. They have equal rights. But no government since independence has worked on this. It's very sad. They even have activities, extracurricular activities, model making, carpentry, this, that, and the other, domestic cooking, this cook. They have activities. We had activities in school for pottery, you name it. There were like 20 activities, but nothing to tell you. And the boys, they learn to be what they become from their home. And normally at the home, the father is a bit uneducated. He's a bit
Yeah.
of a macho guy. He doesn't think too much of women, and maybe not all of them. So they don't have an opportunity. When you are teaching the boys everything in school, why not teach them this moral part of things? It's only half an hour. Do it once a week. They can't do it. So I'm trying to do that, and I've met the lady in charge of the women's cell, the commission for women, and she's a firebrand. She's amazing. I just happened to meet her like 3 weeks ago, and I showed her that film, and she was reasonably impressed. And I'm going to meet up the the big wigs of the Aam Aadmi Party. I'm Delhi, and I hope to have them because this is very close to my heart.
Yes.
I want to personally take the film to schools and show it to them, and then have a talk and imbibe in them this thing that be nice, be cool, be sweet to a lady, and it's okay. And later, whatever else has to happen will happen, but it must not be forced upon like animals.
Wow. Yeah. You know, character building is so important, and our education system
Totally.
does lack in that. So,
Absolutely. And it's so simple, no? I mean, it's not rocket science. You just need a teacher to
yeah,
tell the boys, hello, boys, these are your friends, your sisters,
yes,
and they will they will make great food for you when they grow up, and they have all the talents required to make you feel better.
correct.
I mean,
Yeah.
anyway.
So, I think this is again, may it be about religion at peace, may it be about reformation of human race and beliefs, and
See,
may it be about moral values. So everything that you're doing is exactly the change that society needs. In fact, I would say that you are leading by example. You are the change that society needs, and I wish you all the best for the project that you're doing. And
I hope so.
because we are already doing the Save Water thing together, so if there's anything I can
Oh
help you,
yes.
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yes, I heard about that project. My God,
With the World
that's
Water
truly,
Alliance, so far everything is going amazing on
yeah.
that. So, and if there's anything I can do around women empowerment, reformation of education system, helping people with character building activities, I'm at your recommenders, and I would do anything required. Okay,
Right.
so that